Welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at the January 2015 paper, question 1B. In this question, we're going to be looking at a worded fraction question. It says, Mark spends 3/8 of his monthly income on housing. Of the remainder, he spends 1/3 on food and sees what is left. Calculate the fraction of his monthly income spent on food, and 2, calculate the fraction of his monthly income that he saved. So in order for us to do this question, first we have to know what the remainder that they are talking about is. Now, the remainder what they are talking about is having taken out the 3/8 out of his monthly income first. Now, so what we need to recognize is that for housing, he spent 3/8 on housing. Now, if he spent 3/8 on housing, it simply means that the whole or the total number of parts is 8. So the whole is actually equal to 8/8. Now, so what that means that we can take 3 out of 8 from it. So if I take out 3/8 from 8 out of 8, we are going to end up with 5/8. But 8 is going to be equal to 5/8. Now, how do I get that? Remember, whenever we are subtracting fractions, once they are of the same denominator, we can just simply subtract the numerators. So we know that the remainder that they are talking about is 5/8. Now, it further goes on to say, of the remainder, he spends 1/3 on food. So therefore, for food is equal to 1/3 of remainder. Now, what is that remainder that they are talking about? The remainder is 5/8. So therefore, we need to find 1/3 of 5/8. Why am I using a multiplication sign here? Because in mathematics, whenever we see the word of, we know that the operation is going to be a multiplication operation. So whenever we are multiplying fractions, we know that we are going to multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. And therefore, we have 1 times 5 will give us 5, and 3/8 will give us 24. So therefore, of the fraction of his income that was spent on food was equal to 5/24. So now we need to calculate how much was saved. How much was saved? Now, if he spent 1/3 of the remainder on food, it therefore means that he spent he saved 2/3 of the remainder. So therefore, again, we apply the concept of multiplication. So it's 2/3 multiplied by 5/8. And again, applying the same principle of multiplication of fractions, 2 times 5 is equal to 10, and 3 times 8 is equal to 24. That means that the fraction of his monthly income that was saved was 10/24, and the fraction that was spent on food was equal to 5/24. And this is how we would have approached a question like this. Okay? So please ensure that you read the question carefully and analyze what it is saying. And once you can do that, you'll be able to solve the question. Okay? Now again, please like, share, and subscribe. And always come back to this channel where you can learn how to challenge yourselves in doing CSEC Math. And at the end of the day, I'm sure that you will do well. Have a blessed day.